Okay, so welcome everyone to the first Polkadot Meetup Hungary. We are really happy that so many of you came to talk and discuss and hack Polkadot and Substrate together, and also interested in security. We got three sponsors who are helping us, starting from the right side, that's QRUCIAL, providing us the venue and providing this GamerLand and this really nice atmosphere here. And the next one is Inlock. Inlock is providing us the welcome drink, which is coming really soon. And of course, the whole thing, Polkadot and everything, wouldn't exist without Web3 Foundation. And they are providing us the pizza, which is coming after the presentation. So you will have now the chance to drink and listen to two interesting presentations. And then we will have the pizza and we will do some hacking together and run Substrate blockchains. So I'm giving the word to Rebito. He is also part of QRUCIAL, just like me. And he will tell you more about Polkadot, Substrate, how to run this, what is this, why this is really awesome. And then I will be the next presentation after this. I will speak. It will be a shorter presentation about security and how to make sure that a decentralized project is not just decentralized, but actually decentralized. So I'm giving up the microphone to Rebito. And 1 second, I need here. Yeah, no secret, we are using OBS.
So, hi guys in the stream, hi guys locally in real life. I'm happy to introduce you to Substrate. First of all, why does Substrate exist? I don't know how familiar you guys are already with Substrate or Polkadot, so I'm gonna do a short introduction on why it exists, where it came from, why it's awesome, and what you guys can do with it. So first of all, like Dream Team, Vitalik and Gavin Wood, they built basically Ethereum together with, of course, other guys. And Ethereum, as we all know, has some issues. It has high gas fees, it has a lack of core upgradability, and really a generalist design. And in this generalist design, you can do a lot of stuff, but only with like clumsy workarounds. Gavin founded also Polkadot and Web3 Foundation, and we have now a quick review of blockchain, what blockchains is, and yeah. So basically a blockchain is log of state transitions bundled into a block. Each block, as you know, is a reference to the parent block. The modern blockchain architecture consists of nodes, as we all know. But what do a node consist of? A node consists, first of all, of a database, a P2P network, a consensus algorithm, transaction handling, and state transition functionality. Why Substrate is awesome is the simple fact that you have tailored solutions instead of clumsy workarounds, and you don't have patchwork networks like this one. Substrate is really useful when it comes to when time or resources are limited. So you don't need to build all of that from scratch, but you can actually do it with proven systems which scale well, which are open, flexible, interoperable, and future-proof. And Substrate, why I personally like Substrate really much, is that it basically provides you with everything you need to build a blockchain. You have a database layer, you have a networking layer, you have a consensus engine, you have a transaction queue, you have a library queue, and a library of runtime modules. So with Substrate, you can basically take all this and then customize it. So if there's some stuff you don't like, for example, in the consensus engine or in the networking layer, you can customize that. Like you can do whatever you want with that. What else do you get in Substrate? In Substrate, you get a light client, you get chain synchronization, and you get really awesome tooling for development, for debugging, and for everything you need. You also have forkless upgrades. Like we all know that in Ethereum, for example, or other projects, you have from time to time forks which split the communities and are really a pain for projects because they really make everything more complicated. They split the communities, and with Substrate you don't necessarily need them. Substrate is fully written in Rust, so you can choose between technical freedom on the one side with Substrate Core. In the middle you have Substrate Frame, and if you want full development ease, you have Substrate Node. The main difference for me when I started out was I started out with Solidity a little bit, and what really bugged me is that there's no simple solution there's no out-of-the-box solution to all of that. So you either go with Solidity or you don't develop anything. And also, if you develop for Polkadot, for example, you can do Substrate, but if you want more lower level stuff, or if you want to build everything from scratch, you can go with Rust. Short note, why Rust is awesome in my opinion. Rust is mostly memory safe. Rust is super fast, it's lightweight, and honestly it's a lot of fun to code with. Next thing is WebAssembly, or WASM. WASM is a platform for independent executable formats which aim to be as close to the machine code as possible. With WASM, you have compact, sandboxable, and nearly native speak and well supported system which works also right out of the box. And the amazing thing is, Rust directly compiles to WASM. Now a short note on Polkadot. Polkadot is a meta chain. It has user-driven network governance, forkless and future-proof, economic and transactional scalability, and true interoperability. So you can imagine you can do a lot of stuff with that. Polkadot and Kusama. I don't know how familiar you guys are with the overall architecture and with the systems, but basically Polkadot consists of a relay chain, paired chains, bridges, and parallel threads. This, for example, is how you can bridge Ethereum into Polkadot. And this is really amazing, and this is a slide we got from the Moonbeam Network website. And this showcases really well how you can basically connect anything you do on Polkadot with Ethereum smart contracts, CryptoKitties, or whatever you're into. The amazing thing with Polkadot, you also have Kusama. Kusama functions as a Canary Network. So what does this mean? A Canary Network is basically a test net on which you can build the stuff you like, you can test it out. It doesn't matter if it falls apart, and if it works on the testnet, you can then integrate it into Polkadot, and then basically run on that for years. Now let me introduce you to Six, and he's doing a talk about decentralization of crypto projects.
Thank you. I introduced everything in the beginning, just not myself. We are working together in QRUCIAL, and I'm doing most of the time cryptocurrency research, and smart contract audits. My background is from penetration testing. I was doing it for like 6-7 years, and after this I 100% transited to crypto, starting with Ethereum, and then after this focusing on Polkadot. And good news, we have got the welcome drinks already. So the default one comes with one glass or plastic glass, but one glass of orange with vodka. If you prefer it without vodka, that's also a possibility. Boži, can you please help to share this with everyone?
Do you want to take it here?
Yeah, let's do that. I think it's better if we bring it. So yeah, feel free to drink during the presentation. And as I said in the beginning, there are a lot of crypto projects which say that our core principles are decentralization, and this is really important for us. But in fact, we see very often that there is a really big lack of that decentralization in the project. So they promise a lot, but the reality is very often different. I brought you a couple of examples where even though the projects are running on a decentralized system, they are engineered and built in a way where single point of failures can happen and can break the whole project. One example is here in Solidity. I hope you see it, and if you developed in Solidity, I'm pretty sure this is familiar to you. It's a simple admin withdraw function which allows one single account to withdraw all the coins from the smart contract. So we are saying, yeah, Ethereum, thousands of nodes, decentralized. If it's stopped in China, it still runs. If it's stopped in the US, all the Ethereum nodes, it's still working. But if you have one single account that is breached, and it takes all the money out of the smart contract, then your project is most probably dead. And there are some other features that are continuously being implemented, and I see in my audits that can have really major issues related to the project if they get exploited or the single accounts are breached. Then if we get to issues, for example, rug pulls, where project is built up and at some point the guys say, okay, now we are taking everyone, and basically exits coming. If there is no control over these functions that can do the withdraw or stop or control the whole smart contract, then again, where do we have decentralization? It's not decentralized at all. A little bit close to the end of the scope, but it's also related to how you handle these projects and assets, is the example when maybe you already have some wallets which you forgot the passwords for. Bitcoin wallets, Dogecoins, especially those people who are there in cryptosphere for more than 5-6 years. Most of us have some wallets where we forgot the password or lost it, or something happened because we thought the project dies. Like a lot of people thought Dogecoin might not worth anything in 2016, and now it works, and maybe you have a lot of that, or Bitcoins or whichever. But the issue with that is you were relying on one single source, which is your wallet, that and the password, of course, but single point of failure again. If you would have prepared and decentralized that solution, then you could have done better. Yeah, and of course there are some other tricks and 10x's, 100x's, and other projects that say, yeah, we do the decentralization and we are cool on Cardano, Ethereum, Polkadot, whatever. They make a project and basically exits with a pump and dump. If there would be the right framework implemented in the projects, and if people would actually check that they can't technically escape with all the money or dump the whole project, then this wouldn't be possible. And just from Solidity, very common examples. Pause function becoming really common since OpenZeppelin added it to their libraries, that it is more secure if you can pause your smart contracts. Yes, but if there is again one single account that can pause the whole contract, then we are losing the chance to be truly actually decentralized. The withdraw, which I already spoke about, and the self-destruct, which is basically destroying the whole contract and withdrawing the money and totally stopping the whole project. Two things can happen. You either have the exploit in your vulnerability in the contract, and you can lose everything because of that, or again, a person who owns the account can have any issues in life, and then anything can happen to him, and then you will lose the access to and the control over the contract and the project. So devs can go rogue. You can implement vulnerabilities. Of course, not. You don't want to do this, but this always happens on some levels. And as we see, projects can push their own agenda and control projects in many ways, not just technically, but from technical solutions, a lot of solutions can happen, and we created that can stop this kind of central control over the functionalities. So to put everything together, you can hack, incidents can happen, it can be lost, like if you have just one single ledger which controls your multi-million-dollar smart contract project, and the ledger is lost or your seeds are stolen, that's the one point or single point of failure where everything fails in the end. And people can die, you can die, I can die, and this happens, that millions of dollars are disappearing, or not disappearing, but gets logged because the owner does not have a backup solution or is not storing the unfortunately, this also happens to some people I know and was somewhat close to me, and you can't do anything with the funds. You do not know the password. If there would be, again, a solution where the family or project owners or board members of the company can get the funds out of that, then this is solved. But this rarely happens, that people care about that, and these issues are not raised at all. A solution to that is Voronoi, which was yesterday Mycelium, but we realized that Mycelium project idea is already taken, so we renamed it, also thanks to Silur. And the idea is to provide a framework, libraries, and also checklists which you can get through and make sure that the project you are either building or doing due diligence for is actually not having single point of failures, and that's Voronoi, and that's why we created it. It's really step one, early phase, and we would be really happy if some of you are interested in this and contribute to the idea and make it happen, that we actually build a world where decentralized systems are actually decentralized. And of course, our focus on this project is Polkadot, and we will build on top of Substrate, and we will code on, well, somewhat Solidity, because you can also do Solidity on Substrate, but we will, on the long run, focus on Rust code. So, yeah, in short, logic of your project, which we provide a framework for with Voronoi, the libraries which I mentioned, and that's generally also the blockchain philosophy, which was also written in the Bitcoin white paper in 2008. These are really the core values where we started for, and we want to make these values actually staying strong and not, get mixed up with other values that are that would be really far from what we would believe in originally, especially hackers. So hack with us, spread the word, and contribute. And yeah, you can get a Lucy t-shirt for your life if you contribute forever. Yeah, I jumped the slide. So we had the introduction, and this is crucial that we do that. So let's hack and talk. This is the end of the presentations. I hope we raised some really important points and explain what we want to work on and how we can engage with the Polkadot community. If you have questions and watching the live stream, you can send us questions on the Telegram group and use this QR code. The website is the QRUCIAL website. Yeah, okay. So the second QR code is the website. And after the drinks, we have the pizza, which is sponsored by the Web3 Foundation. It's coming, yeah, in like 20 minutes, like or maybe.
Reason why you all came, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much, everyone.